Mary King's Close in Edinburgh, Scotland, has long been known as a place inhabited by ghosts. This photograph, provided by the Real Mary King's Close, an organization offering tours through the underground streets, allegedly captures one of those spirits. In the doorway stands a semi-transparent figure of a woman, her outline faint but unmistakable. The air around her seems warped, as if the figure disrupts the photograph itself. Her posture looks unnatural, slightly leaned as though stepping forward, or waiting. Visitors and tour guides have often reported the presence of a female spirit wandering the old corridors. Many believe this image may be proof of her existence, drifting silently in a place long forgotten by the living. What do you think appears in the doorway? Let us know in the comments. This picture was taken in 1976 by the owner's stepfather. Behind the mother and the young girl, a blurred face appears in the background, indistinct yet undeniably human-shaped. No one in the family has been able to identify the figure, and to this day they have no explanation. The face seems to hover, disconnected from any body, as if floating in the shadows behind them. Many who saw the image online described the expression as unsettling, almost mournful. Whatever the photograph captured remains a mystery, but its presence behind the family is impossible to ignore. Who, or what, do you think this face belongs to? Comment below. This incident occurred around 2 a.m. on the grandfather's ranch. Because everyone needed to leave early in the morning and the cold was extreme, the family was told to start the car ahead of time. The photographer went outside with an older cousin. In the near total darkness, the cousin accidentally turned on the camera instead of the flash. When the camera lit up the area, a figure appeared, the shape of a boy standing with his head tilted, his jaw seemingly broken or deformed. "Look, it's a boy," the photographer said, but when they asked his name, he did not respond. He only stood there silently, unmoving. Terrified, they ran inside to tell the adults. The next morning, ranch workers explained that a child had once died in that exact spot, an 8-year-old boy who never made it home. The photograph matches the story disturbingly well, a dark figure with a twisted face standing alone in the cold night. Was this the spirit of the lost child? Share your thoughts. This photograph comes from the era when film was the only option. It shows the great-great-grandmother of the photographer's co-worker. The photo was taken by her grandfather while the house was burning. By that time, the woman had already been dead for many years. Yet in the photograph, she appears in the kitchen, clearly visible despite the flames and the smoke. Her figure stands in the empty house as if completely unaffected by the fire, watching from the place she once called home. Whether this was her spirit returning one last time or something imitating her shape will never be known. But the image of a deceased woman standing calmly inside a burning house continues to unsettle everyone who sees it. What do you think appeared in that kitchen? Tell us in the comments. The owner of this Polaroid shared, "On the right is my mother, and on the left is my aunt." The photograph was supposed to show just the two of them. "I swear no one was standing behind my mother. If someone had been there, the camera would not have darkened out the entire space like that. This is not staged, not edited. I grew up in a house where strange things happened constantly. Everyone in my family has their own stories, and we even had group experiences that I will never forget. Please look closely and see if you notice anything wrong. I would love to hear your thoughts. I am open to logical explanations, but based on everything we've lived through, it seems like this is the thing that was following us for years." Behind the woman in the photo, just to the right, a shadowy figure forms, tall, dark, and almost unnaturally still. The darkness around it feels thicker than the rest of the image, as though light bends away from that spot. There are no visible features, only the silhouette of something standing far too close, watching silently while the two women posed unaware. The family's stories of past encounters suddenly gain weight when paired with this image. If something truly followed them for years, perhaps this photograph is its most undeniable appearance. Who or what is standing behind them? Tell us your thoughts. The owner of this photograph, Dave, recounted, "This picture was taken on March 23rd while my friend and I were walking through the forest, testing my new Packard Bell digital camera. We took several photos, and some of them turned out strangely. If you zoom in on the trunk of the main tree, you can clearly see something resembling a face staring back at us. Neither of us smokes, so we cannot blame mist or vapor. We honestly have no explanation and would appreciate any help identifying what this could be." The forest that day was quiet, too quiet. The branches stood motionless, as though holding their breath. In the photograph, lodged deep in the texture of the tree's bark, a faint face seems to emerge, eyes shaped from shadow, a mouth that forms something between a grimace and a silent scream. It does not look like a trick of light. The features appear too symmetrical, too deliberate, and disturbingly aware. Some who examined the image claim the face resembles something pressed from inside the tree, as if a figure were trapped within the wood itself. Others say it looks like a watcher, something living between the trees, observing anyone who crosses its path. What do you see in the tree? Leave your thoughts in the comments. The owner of these photographs explained, "The security camera in the bedroom captured these images 8 months apart. I should also mention that the house has always felt completely safe. There has never been even the slightest sense of anything negative here, and even the dog seems perfectly comfortable with whatever this presence is." Yet the photographs tell a different story. Both images show faint, translucent figures sitting on the bed, shapes that look almost human, but blurred and hollow, as if carved from pale light. Their outlines appear soft yet deliberate, like silhouettes frozen mid-movement. The atmosphere around the bed seems to shift, as if the air itself folds around them. Whether these figures represent a benign presence or something that merely appears harmless remains uncertain. The calmness felt in the house contrasts strangely with the unnatural stillness of the shapes captured on camera. Viewers often claim they feel watched just looking at the photos, as if the figures are aware of being observed and sit silently in the dark, waiting for the camera to flash again. What do you think these figures are? Share your thoughts in the comments. The photographer described this moment. "This was taken during my very first ghost hunting experience about 7 years ago. No editing, no filters. This is what I call the murder/suicide note house, located on the grounds of the Underground Railroad. The picture is 100% real, and I have returned there around 20 times, always capturing something. This house is filled with evil, which explains why the husband wanted to kill his family. It has been abandoned since 2011. The good news is the family survived and is safe." The photograph shows the decaying exterior of the abandoned house. But in one of the windows, something stares back, a face, pale and distorted, hovering behind the glass. The features seem stretched, twisted into an expression that is neither human nor entirely recognizable. Some viewers describe it as a silent scream, others as a cold, emotionless gaze. The house's violent history lingers in every room, and many believe the image reveals a trapped presence, something left behind after years of suffering and fear. What do you think is looking out of the window? Comment below. This photograph was taken in a family home after a series of unsettling and unexplained events. Strange noises echoing through empty rooms, sudden coldness in the air, and objects moving on their own. The picture was taken in the very room where the family's beloved mother and grandmother had recently passed away. The photographer, one of her grandchildren, believes the image captured more than just shadows. The eerie face in the photograph appears pale and contorted, as though emerging from the air itself. Whether it truly resembles the grandmother or merely mimics a human form is unclear, but the expression, frozen in an unsettling mixture of sorrow and intensity, draws the eyes immediately. Some family members think the spirit remained to watch over the home one last time. Others fear the presence may be something entirely different. But one thing is certain, the face does not blend naturally with the surroundings. It stands out, stark and undeniable, staring directly into the lens. Do you think this is the spirit of the grandmother, or something else? Share your opinion below. The owner of this image wrote, "My 3-year-old son was trying to take a picture of me. He did not realize the camera was pointed backward. He snapped several photos within seconds. When he finished, I took the camera to delete the pictures to free up space. The first 2 shots were blurry and unremarkable, but when I reached the third one, there was a terrifying face behind him. I have never seen this man in my life. We were home alone, and it was not me. I know what I look like." The photograph shows the child smiling, completely unaware that behind him, partially emerging from the dark, is a face, gaunt, pale, unfamiliar. The eyes appear hollow, almost sunken, yet intensely focused on the boy. The expression is unnatural, frozen in a way no living person's face should be. The owner still cannot explain what the camera captured. The house was empty. The doors were locked. No one else was there. And yet the photo suggests something, or someone, was standing only inches behind the child, silent and invisible to the naked eye. Who do you think this face belongs to? Comment below.
I'm the backlash, black mask blasting the gas can, smashing the glass, crash land where your fans stand. Half maniac, half stand up with a hacksaw, laugh, frost, stabber beats, backbone to the tracks gone. I'm the virus inside of your iPod, high voltage, fight gods, light bombs, write songs with psychos to the edge, microphone theme with a violent dream. I'm the silent screaming loud inside your TV screen. I am what I am, and I'll never pretend. Love me or hate me, it's all just pretend. Call me insane.